good morning, everybody. How we doing this morning? This the Deacon Nasir. I took on a task for while I'm in seclusion in a way. I'm doing some things, right? I'm going back to the book of Job and dissecting it. And as we mostly know what ends up in the book of Job, but I'm actually going through and really digging into the core elements. So what I would be doing is putting this on my YouTube page for you to understand the difference of this, not me just motivating, but getting into the spiritual realm of the Lord and why he do what he do and why he allow things what he do. So if you don't mind, please, I'm going to be short and brief because I don't want this to be too long on my chapters. So go to Job, the book of Job. I'm saying right behind Esther, right before Psalms. You know what I'm saying? Book of Job. And as you read chapter 1, right, go through it, right? I come upon some highlights in chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? Especially 1:6, it says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. You know what I'm saying? Now, also the Lord asked Satan, where hast thou been? Where hast thou been? Satan said, answered, I've been going to and fro, up and down. You know what I'm saying? That means he's been bringing havoc upon this earth. Right? So God asks Satan. You got to get deep in here. Then God asks Satan, have you tried my best servant, Job, who escheweth evil? You know what I'm saying? I looked it up. Escheweth means shun, avoid all types of evil in any format. Okay? Now, as we see here, right, there's a hedge of protection around him and his family, as you know. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, the devil couldn't do nothing. He came back and said, Lord, I need for you to remove this hedge of protection, Satan said. You know what I'm saying? And he will cut you. You know what I'm saying? So as I read chapter 1 first, right, looking over it, okay, the Lord allowed this, I'm saying, to happen to Job. Knowing that Job was his best servant, and Job was the richest man of Oz. Job had oxen, sheep, sons, everything like that, okay? So as you read this here, right, that Satan had permission from the Lord to bring havoc, okay? And as you continue to read on, all right, verse 20. Then Job arose in his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground of worship because Satan slew his family, slew his siblings. I'm saying, killed some oxen and sheep. This is in chapter 1, okay? But, and it said in verse 21, I come as my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. So doing all this, he still worshiped him. As I turn to chapter 2, it's almost a diabolical electing of the repeaters of chapter 1. Because in the beginning, it says the same thing. And there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and the Satan came among them also to present themselves. So twice, Satan came. When you read this a long time ago, sometimes you don't think about it. Twice, Satan came, right? And once again, the Lord said, have you tried my servant Job? Okay? And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, ye that man haveth, he will give his life. But put forth the line of hand, touch his bones and his flesh, and he will cut you face to face. And the Lord, in verse 6, chapter 2, the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is thine hand, but save his life. See what I'm saying? There were some stipulations in this deal right here between the Lord and Satan. See what I'm saying? So when you think about your life in the natural, when so many things happen around the world, right, we still have to keep faith. We still have to increase the faith through the storm. This is my title. Increase the faith through the storm. So, therefore, When you read chapter 1 and chapter 2, I'm going to stop right here with the video because I don't want it to be too long and keep going on. But I'm going to have some series on my YouTube page under Nasir YJ. Go to that right there. And I want you to contact me and let me know what you think. Because I'm studying the book of Job. And I'll be putting things out there for you. You contact me at blackwhite3140@gmail.com. This is the CEO of Nasir Enterprises, where daily I encourage, I empower, I educate, #Let's Talk. So when we talk about the word of God and all he has done for you and what he will do for you, and looking in chapter 2, when he sings his skin for skin, he put boils on Job. You know what I'm saying? He was skin for skin, he said. And then what Job did was scraped himself off and sat down amongst the ashes. And his wife unto him said, retain thy integrity and cuss God. His wife said, can you believe that? Cuss God. For all the God has given for them. But Job said, woman, you speak of foolish things. You know what I'm saying? Then he had three friends that came down, right? They heard of this evil upon him. And they lifted their eyes up and they sat at the mantle, sprinkled dust upon their heads in the heavens. But in chapter 2, verse 13, chapter 2, verse 13, so they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and not spoke a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great. Can you imagine that? 7 days and 7 nights just being there with your friend you love without saying a word. We do that daily when we go to the hospitals, just to be there to give comfort, just to be there and in the presence, just to be there. We do it all the time. But when we read the word, we kind of astonished by it. But take this chapter 1 and chapter 2. Let me hear from you. I'll be back another day to give you 3 and 4 chapters. And God bless you and be well. This is Nasir Enterprises. Thank you very much for listening.